benchmarking process, Oemeta gave us a figure of, I think, they 40%, and as I say, they sort of smashed that. Key Precision, we've been going 21 years this month. We're a subcontract manufacturer of precision turn and mill components. We've got a range of machines from sliding heads through to fixed heads and vertical machining centres, so we're a one-stop shop for all your subcontract needs. Yes, I've been at Key Precision for 19 years. I was first employee. I'm now MD, and I look after a lot of the sales side, customer relations, oversee quality, and still keep my eye in the machine shop. Yeah, so in terms of capabilities, Key Precision, we've got sliders from 10mm up to 42mm. We've got a wide range from multiple suppliers. Fixed head machines up to 65mm bar, 210mm diameter, and vertical machining centres up to a metre bed. So we've really got a massive range of machines, so we can really the right machine for the right job. Internally, we've decided to try and concentrate on sort of production efficiency and cost downs. So one of those is the coolant. He's looking at tooling life. When Oemeta knocked on the door with this new product, which sort of said they could get at least 30% products on the increase on tool life, decided to give it a try.
So our relationship with Key Precision has been ongoing now for a number of years. Ultimately, they didn't have any issues with their cutting fluids. So it was about us biding our time, waiting for the right moment and making sure we picked the right product for their needs. We identified areas that we could target for improvement, and that's when they invited us into trial. So generally our first meeting tends to be informal. We visit the shop floors and speak with the decision makers about what areas they would like to improve in terms of performance and any pains they're currently facing. What they would do is we take samples and we run it through our labs in Germany, which then comes up with a set of data, then we can return and we can discuss it in further detail. So generally the improvements come from the first initial meeting. Once we've collected the samples and we've got the data returned to us, we can then sit down and go through in a little bit more detail about where we can target those improvements.
In terms of percentage improvements on the set jobs, I mean, we've monitored a number of jobs. We've seen anything from sort of 70% up to 150%. On every operation, we've seen a minimum of 35% increase. So on particular long-running jobs, on the U-drills in particular, we saw a 77% increase. Parting, we saw a 35% increase, and turning up to 300% increase. There's some massive increases.
To track the trial, we regularly revisit the site. We're here minimum every 2 weeks, and that's to collect samples. The reason we do that is we send the samples off to our labs so we can get some results, and then we can feed back to the customer so they can track essentially how the product's doing. Once the trial is completed and all the KPIs have been achieved, like here at Key Precision, we then start the rollout process. To do the rollout process, we revisit the site to collect samples, to run through our labs, just to check the condition of the tanks and the other machines. The reason we do this is we can run compatibility tests to make sure our coolant is compatible with the competitor coolant. So it's not a costly thing to swap your coolant. You haven't got to pay the wastage and disposal and whatnot, you can just top up over. So we then put together a plan and work out with the customer the best procedure to get the coolant rolled out across the shop floor. So essentially this isn't the end of the journey with Key Precision. Now we've been successful with the coolant, we now look at the neat oil, and we can run all the same testing on the neat oil, and we can find the same similar savings with the neat oil that they found with the coolant. All of our customers receive a standard service from ourselves, so you'll see is a minimum of once a month, and that's to test your coolant. So we're checking the concentration, the pH, we're doing the microbiology dip slides for them as well. So we make sure that the coolant maintains where it should be.
So Oemeta gave us a figure of, I think, they 40%, and as I say, they sort of smashed that. The trial results really speak for themselves. So I mean, we couldn't really not roll this out across the rest of our water-based machines. So we will be rolling it. We agreed to roll it out across the range, and because of the results of this, we are going to trial their gas to oil solution. So we're going to be trying their on our sliding head machines.